So today I'm going to play a little bit of Risk of Rain 2. This came out on the 11th of August 2020 and has been nothing but overwhelmingly positive according to the Steam reviews since then. It's the second Risk of Rain game. The first one was a 2D roguelike with very similar gameplay to what we're going to see in this one. This one switched from the 2D scroller to like a third-person perspective. It keeps getting pretty regular updates as well since it was released like almost a year ago. And it's pretty tight. I've played it more than most people will probably play games because I love it. I will say I'm naff at it though. So please look forward to me dying repeatedly because I'm going to be playing it on Monsoon. It says here, right, that Rainstorm is the way the game is meant to be played. Nah, Monsoon's the way the game is meant to be played. There's also a bunch of different modifiers that you don't ordinarily start with these, but you get to unlock these as time goes on. I'm not going to be using any of them yet. I might try one out. There's one in particular that I'm pretty fond of, depending on how we go. But I haven't played it in a little bit, aside from an hour or so earlier today, so hopefully I'm not going to die as soon as I spawn in. But if I do, then that's fine. That's Risk of Rain. And I'll play as the Commando because he's just the most chilled out character.
I take it the difficulty settings are the same. Like Monsoon's the equivalent of hard, right?
So the game will eventually, aside from a couple of modifiers, hit Monsoon difficulty. So like you see there on the top right hand corner, I've got a timer and a difficulty level going up already. Like you see that bar. The longer I spend faffing on, the harder the game's going to get. And it inevitably gets harder as time goes on as well. Monsoon just modifies it so that happens sooner. I think on the standard difficulty level, you've got like 10 minutes before it switches to medium. On this, it's 5. So I want to try and get out of this level that I'm on right now in probably about 4 minutes if I can. And so far, that's not... Oh, there's the teleporter. That's fine, but I've got no items. So I don't really want to take the boss on just yet.
Yeah, the idea is you collect as many items as you can each stage before you think now's a good time to go for the boss, go for the teleporter next stage, and obviously you're always against that timer. That's the most fun part I found about.
Yeah, you've played this, haven't you?
Mm.
This is all proper new to me. I've never played a road like this, so this is just...
Yeah, you've never played a roguelike, no man. This...
You don't start with every character either. You have to like progressively unlock them by doing certain challenges and.
To be fair, even some of the abilities I'm using on the Commando aren't his default abilities. I see things are already starting to pick up a little bit. What I was able to kill easy before is starting to. This guy's gonna have my life.
Where's the headshots, man?
Don't get headshots.
Do you not?
No.
That's great, you did. I thought there was. Oh.
No, there's an item that lets you. There's an item that lets you do crits, but you see, there's a bug there that I just murdered. That was like blue in color. So different colors mean they're elites. They've got more health and they'll do like a certain elemental type of damage. I've got nothing here, but I'm gonna have to look at the boss. Let's just have a quick look down here. Fall damage. I forgot about fall damage when I was playing this earlier on today, right? I just launched myself off something like I did just there. That's perfect. Now I can take the boss. Launch myself off something straight to my death. Fall damage is a killer.
Huh.
Even better. That's sweet.
I think it's because you don't think there's meant to be fall damage in this game, because I sometimes forget as well.
It's easy to negate if you remember about it, but yeah, like... So, objective is, get to the teleporter. Teleporter spawns a boss like this guy. And mobs. You basically got to kill the boss and then survive until the teleporter's activated.
Pretty much just constant havoc.
Yeah, this is chill time at the moment.
Yeah, you'll start to know when it gets absolutely ridiculous.
It's getting there already, actually. I'm going to die here.
It seems like just a massive retro version of that new Returnal.
Yeah, absolutely. Returnal is like just going to be this, but probably with slightly better production values. Just because this is an indie game, which obviously you have to have the budget that Returnal's going to have.
Yes.
Right, big problem's over. Let's get rid of these little buggers and survive. Probably see my health bar down there.
Certainly can.
Teleport is on 70% and I can relax. Bosses guarantee an item drop. This has given me health boost. Worst things have happened.
Why?
At this point though, like, hard part's over. I've hit what I wanted, which is I'm going to be able to teleport out of here before 5 minutes. So probably could have done it a bit quicker, but the item boxes just weren't on my team there.
That says a pretty strong start, to be fair.
Saw blades were a big help there, to be fair. I wouldn't have gone for the boss if I didn't pick them.
Oh shit, son. So is there like a bit of a backstory to this as well, or is it just quite straightforward?
So on the surface, no. Each enemy you kill basically has a chance of like dropping a lore item. Each level has lore items hidden in and around it as well. So like there is plenty to find, but it's all done through like a logbook. So you're not going to get any cutscenes or anything when you're playing. Like as soon as you hit that play button, you'll go. Nothing's going to really... Yeah. There's a few moments in the game that you can force like a break. And if you're playing single player, like you can pause it. But otherwise, like you're just all go as soon as you press like ready.
Yeah.
And then all of the lore, as I say, is delivered through like the logbook, which you can access through the main menu. It's pretty good from what I've seen of it. That being said, it's not an element of the game that I've really explored. I'm here for this rather than anything else.
I think there's meant to be a lot of lore with that new Returnal game that you mentioned, but I haven't actually seen or watched anything about it, to be honest.
I've watched little bits from my mates. It was kind of good, like, but very similar concept, sort of theme as well. But obviously, it's more commercialized, mainstream style instead of indie retro.
I'm gonna go for
this. Had some horror element.
Little bit, but nothing that's intense where you're actually shitting your pants playing it, and you wouldn't play it at night. But it's probably got a little bit of yeah, it's quite dark. Probably the best term to use. Wouldn't quite say it was horror. Thriller at best.
This is a horror at the minute, good damn.
You're getting
I am getting absolutely rinsed by these little buggers. They've got like a hit scan attack, so as long as I'm in their line of sight, they can pretty much do what they want to me.
Clutch.
So...
Bald!
I guess not.
No. So how many bosses is there in the entire thing?
Quite a
few.
few.
All mandatory as well.
So, yeah, like it varies based on how well you do. To begin with, you'll like deal with sort of one of three possibilities, and then each level adds a different boss to the pool. Sometimes, like especially in the higher like levels, you're going to be dealing with like maybe 2 or 3 bosses at the same time, or it might just like rush you with elite monsters instead. You know, it's completely variable. I'll give it another spin before I start looking and putting some modifiers on. These are all the characters. I've got all of the ones that are currently available in the game unlocked. So, which portrait would you say is the most interesting looking?
I already know which one he's going to go for.
I'm going to say the purple one. That's like in the middle, center top.
Oh, this guy. I hate you so much. I hate the engineer. I'm not playing engineer.
That's exactly why we should be using it. Do engineer.
Oh, yeah. Mate.
That build I done with the engineer once, and you were just absolutely blown away at the damage I was outputting.
Yeah, he's got.
And the survivability.
He's very, very build dependent. All right, I'll give him a spin. I'm gonna die.
Give him a go,
immediately.
and then Sam can pick the next character.
I am
So
rubbish.
each character has different strategies and approaches to.
Yeah. So the last guy who I was playing as there was the commando. What is this character? How do you play the engineer?
His main attack you don't like, but it's turrets where he's
Can I just?
he's strong.
Can I respawn that turret somewhere else? Or oh god, I've never played him. I think I played him once, tried his main attack, and immediately got crossed. This is awful.
Yeah, it's the turret build you want to do because when you stand in it, and you just keep getting unlimited health basically. If you
Oh yeah, you get the Look at this. What's his M4? What's this? What's? Look what you've caused. Oh man, mate. All right, that's just.
It's like you've got little toy guns.
It's
not the same effect as it was first time round.
It's got a bit of a BB gun going on. That's what I want.
You get some choice. Because usually in roguelikes you don't get much choice in terms of items, but you do get the rare time where you find.
Yeah, there's sort of so the items get more expensive over time. On this first level, most chests are going to cost about 25 gold to unlock. How do you play the engineer? Oh my goodness! Like, what? How am I meant to deal with this?
You haven't got one turret down. Get
So
them
they can respawn. That's fine.
And let them deal with it.
Right. Okay. Very very
pretty cool strategy. Handy.
passive.
And you've got mines as well, which you just absolutely haven't used.
Yeah, I've told you, like I've barely played this character. All right, I've played about 100 hours of this game, and I've touched this character about 3 times.
This is exactly why we're playing him.
Yeah. I think the way I kind of played him obviously was a turret build, and just planted my mines to protect my turret as much as I could because they're pretty much the ones doing all the heavy lifting. Because as you say, his primary fire is not the greatest.
No. Can I make this? I can't make this. I'm gonna get slapped. Brilliant. Deliberately not trying to die on purpose.
Yeah, sure.
Like the shit.
Actually, they're all right if you actually land a hit with them. Decent. Yeah. Yeah, this is not my cup of tea. Right. Where's the teleporter? Because
I think it's back to quite slow as well. But
he's almost as slow as the artificer. Right. There's plenty of boxes over that way. So but there's some boxes down here as well. All right. Let's get some items and just have a leisurely stroll through the Titanic Plains. It's fine. The level order is random. There are currently, I want to say, 8 environments. You'll always start on either this one that we're on now, or the one that we saw when I was Commando before. And the second level is either going to be wetlands, or like a swamplet area, or a desert. So like, each area can be one of 2 possibilities until the 5th area, which is always the same. And then at the 5th area, you've got the choice of basically looping and starting from the first stage, just with the added difficulty that you've accrued between this point and getting to that point. Or you can head for the final boss.
You might not be able to see them though. That's the way his runs are going.
Not with this engineer, no. Look at this, man.
I bet you make it as far as you ever have as well with this engineer.
Yeah, it'd be typical when that.
Someone, like some pro engineer, is going to totally watch this and just, like, I'm sorry in advance for, like, all of the face palms that are happening right now. At least I got a ukulele. I'm alright with the ukulele. I'm alright for a ukulele.
What does the ukulele do?
Launches lightning at everyone.
Spot on.
So any bullet can arc lightning. The more ukuleles you have, the more likely the lightning is to happen. Just basically adds big AoE. Gets pretty ridiculous the more you've got.
You've got a big shield ability as well, haven't you?
Yeah, there's a utility ability.
Yeah. How, like, the engineer is great for dealing with the flying stuff though, because obviously his primary fire is very poor, but like, it's pretty much a win with these turrets against the flying stuff.
Can I get more turret? Oh, let's just take a big hit there, sure. And another one, yeah.
that boss is pretty non-existent, doesn't it?
Ah,
Really
so the shield does.
Except now.
I see what the shield does. I'm learning how to play engineer on monsoon difficulty, so that's fine.
Just give the boss a shield. Oh,
I have, yeah. So I'm already at the 5-minute mark. I'm way behind what I wanted to be at this point.
Oh, so it's going to be ticking over at medium soon.
It's, yeah.
Yeah. Legendary definitely strives when he's got his
Doesn't
set
help.
up his items.
Whee! Alright, cool.
Do
So-
the additional enemies sort of just keep spawning until you've bested the boss?
Yeah, it'll only start to chill out
Awesome.
once that boss goes down. Alright,
Right.
so now that we've seen me embarrass myself for a bit.
Sam's choice of character.
What's that one on the very end, actually? On the far right of the first row. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know you quite like the archer, the huntress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on. She's quite a. I was
No.
gonna say Commando. He's one of my favorite characters. But...
Commando's like so straightforward. It's brilliant.
I like the last guy as well. Is he the general?
The captain. Yeah.
He's another one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's a good.
He's
He's a
pretty
good.
cool.
This is the newest character. I don't think you would have seen this guy actually.
I want you to play him now.
Okay, he's pretty interesting. He's got some. I've only played him a bit. His primary is a shotgun, which is nice. Secondary,
Short range, yeah.
yeah, but his secondaries, as you can see there, lunge and slash for big damage. His utilities are stun and makes you invisible, which, yeah, that's right. And then his Q ability, as I've got it set to, is big lad damage. And if you get a kill, it resets the cooldown on it. So I've played him a bit. Definitely more than I play engineer.
What's the best playthrough you've done? Like, how far have you got?
I've completed it on monsoon. Like, when I say completed it, what I mean is like there's the way you end a run. You could either, well, there's 3 ways to end a run. Is have aim like that. That'll end a run. You can, of course, you can die. You can obliterate yourself. Obliterate becomes an option after stage 8 at the end. So you've got to get through like 8 stages, kill the boss on the 8th stage, and then you can use a portal which will obliterate. Missed. And then finally, the other way to end the run is kill the final boss. So you've got options to how this will go. I would probably say most people will consider an obliterate to be a suitable end to a run, rather than killing the final boss. But it depends. It's ultimately like it's down to player choice, right? I mean, it's perfectly viable for you to just decide to get as far as you can. You know, there's a couple of YouTubers. Well, there's one YouTuber I can definitely think of who's brilliant at this game. And a lot of the time, like let's say when he's streaming it or something, you'll just see him go as far as he possibly can.
Yeah.
So it's very much dependent on what you want to do. Come on, give me 5
Time you've got
minutes.
on your hands, basically.
Yeah.
It does, like, it gets so fun though once you start to get
Oh my goodness.
You're getting annihilated.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think you should probably play the lesser difficulty, just so we can actually see.
See what's going on. All right, I'll tell you what. We'll play some Rainstorm, and
I think it's the fact you're talking about it as well, which obviously puts you in a different mindset, I guess. Concentration.
play some Huntress on Rainstorm.
Yeah, because you get just like once you get all the kind of setup that you're really like in the flow with, dying is like the worst possible thing because It's just so fun, like to just dance about, especially with the Huntress. You just get to just literally dart around the map, and when you get the speed bonuses, it just feels great to just zip around and you just feel untouchable. But if you do finally get killed, it's literally
It's not the best, is
just
it? It's sort of
not.
like you've got the ramp up, and then yeah, like dying's just sort of like, oh, it's finally over. Is almost what you kind of want to say. Because when it gets going, this game is at its best. So yeah, so far we've seen this game at its worst, really. Just quite sort of basic stuff, not really much in the way of what you would expect from a roguelike. At the moment, I'm guessing it kind of just looks like a pretty like bog standard, third-person shooter almost, just with unique characters.
at least you're getting to see a few characters.
Ah, yeah. It's only just
You're
a couple
getting-
of warm-ups, but
You're getting to see a few characters die. I had a feeling this was going to happen. I was like, oh, I'll play some Risk of Rain, that'll be good. And then I was like, I'm going to just embarrass myself repeatedly. Just,
Is this 4-player co-op or was it just
I
2?
think that's
Like
the point of this channel.
Is that, what did you say there?
Is it 4-player?
I think-
or is it 2?
I want to say you can do 4 co-op. I'm not 100% on that though.
I'm gonna have a look because
Oh, can you do co-op as well?
Yeah,
yeah,
That's pretty sick. That'd be fun.
yeah, it is. Because you've got a chance, even if one of you die, to come back as well
Oh yeah.
to complete the round.
alright, now we're talking. I've got some...
Yeah, it is 4-player, apparently.
Oh, there you go. I've actually got some items and stuff now. I'm not entirely sure on the situation with monsoon difficulty. I'm gonna have to do that. Items do seem a little bit more plentiful, but I think that's just coming from like confirmation bias. I'm pretty sure it's just RNG. I want to ideally find one more chest, which is I thought there was one here. Happy days. Of course, it gives me something. Well, that's all right. Actually, I'll take the slug. You could probably tell as well, some characters are a little bit more mobile than others.
Yeah, Huntress is fun to play.
There you are.
Yeah, I was about to say that actually. That seems to be a little bit more agile than the others.
She gets a lot better when you get some attack speed going. Like her initial attack speed's not brilliant. Saying that, I am using a modified Huntress. There is like
What's a modified Huntress? What's
So
the
there's-
modifying a character?
there's certain unlocks you can get for a character, like as you play them. And those unlocks usually just change the way an ability will function. So like one of the unlocks for the Huntress changes the way her main attack works.
Alright.
I prefer the one I'm using now, mainly... Why am I getting absolutely wrecked? Mainly because when it gets some attack speed, it starts to really shine.
Right.
She's gone. Cool. Alright. And her basic attack, like the one I'm not using, is slightly faster than this one, but doesn't scale as well with items and whatnot. So
Yeah.
it's ultimately it's a player choice thing. Again, there's no like right or wrong answer in terms of your rollout. Like,
Play styles, I guess.
yeah,
It's all based on preference and that.
I mean, there is argument between people that play this game a lot amongst, like what abilities are better. That it's easy enough to like find an ability tier list, for example, in what like would be sort of just overall considered the best. Please don't get rid of my bullets. Is it gonna? Yeah, of course it is, but that's fine. Oh no, I got rid of my health. Happy days. Do I want to get rid of the bullets? Yeah, I do. I want movement speed. Movement speed is, again, I guess this is sort of down to player preference, but I would argue that movement speed is one of the best things that you could have in this game.
Oh, I can see why, definitely.
The faster you move, obviously, the less damage you're going to take.
Yeah.
Probably get... Oh no, okay, put 2 stack of those. That's actually going to make them half decent. Cool.
I can see why speed would be everything in these sort of games.
Yeah, like a sluggish character's got merit, I guess, but overall, like, in my opinion at least, movement speed is the way to go.
It's the fucking Beatles Queen.
Back from the dead.
Eventually you'll get like 2 Beetle Queens to kill.
Yeah, this has been pretty tame. Chances are, if I was playing this on Monsoon, this would already have presented me with 2. Huntress is also unique in that she can fire while sprinting, which is incredibly useful when combined with that movement speed I got before.
Yeah.
Her multi-target attack is quite nice as well, especially when you can add some status effects into it. So far, my items are pretty mediocre, it's got to be said. I mean, I'm fine with having the movement speed, but other than that, this isn't exactly... My damage isn't being heavily modified so far, which is why so much is still alive. And I'm having to rely on my like special ability to actually cause murder. I'm just having to play a little bit more defensively.
I mean, attacks will be poor if you don't get the, like you said, the attack speed and everything.
Let's just get to safety and chill. Gonna hopefully... a lot of this is ultimately dependent on the drops you get as well. There's always, like, in any sort of roguelike, I mean, I'm being a little bit simplistic with this, just because I know you're not really familiar with the genre. But in any roguelike, there's that element of RNG. So sometimes, like, you're going to be able to spawn in, and just the items and everything is just going to be, you know, you're going to get a god run, where everything just works out the box. Other times you're going to have a slower start, and like this is pretty... I mean, this isn't a bad start by any stretch of the imagination, but right now the game is like giving me a lot more defensive stuff. And some fireworks, which are what they are. They sound good. I think the reason I like the fireworks is because the sound they make is fun.
I wonder what those things are doing.
Yeah.
I didn't have a clue when you kept running. I thought you were getting items or something. I couldn't tell.
That's an attack speed item, which is exactly what I want. That's 15% out the gate. So that's already going to help my damage. That's an elite boy. There we go. Thank you. There's the portal, but probably want a few more boxes.
The portal's pretty quick, to be fair. Sometimes it take a long time to actually find them. And get really frustrating.
Comes from level knowledge. Oh, sweet. At last, I've actually got an equipable item as well. And let's go for money first.
Random. Pick the random.
Pick the random, he says. Alright, if this ends up being something rubbish, I'm going to be furious.
The random.
Okay.
Random.
That's fine, I'll take that.
Bosses? There you go.
What I'm going to be looking for now...
Yeah. For some reason I thought like headshot counted for crits all the time.
Yeah, well,
I've just been that ability.
Annihilate that boss.
That's that item I just picked up. It's 100% crit chance whilst it's active. Like, certain things are just going to change a lot. But as you see there, like one item can't have that much impact. Especially the equipment, because you see there bottom right hand corner, that's on cooldown now. Like, I can't just spam that, but usually you're only going to need one use of it. And what's this we got? Oh, an urn, sweet. That's going to start again, like survivability kind of item, but it does help with the damage if I'm close range. So and we've got some serious chill time here. I can actually stop and admire the view.
You can look for items still, can't you?
I can,
but just appears at the end.
I've got to stay in the ring in order for the teleporter to continue to charge. So if I leave this ring, enter the teleporter zone. So if I want to leave this level, which I do.
Yeah, I think
you leave the ring, go explore for a bit, and come back.
No, you can't. You can't because no, everything outside of the ring, all the boxes are locked whilst the ring is active.
Yeah.
Right.
So you could, like, if let's say you saw like there were like maybe 4 chests all relatively close by. Like, again, it's a choice you've got to make. Like, do you go for those chests or do you just move on? Most of the time, I would argue that moving on is the right choice, but there are obviously certain
It depends on what you've got. If you're desperate for a better weapon or whatnot, then a weapon. Or whatever.
Whenever we play together, you always tend to just move and blast through the stages, whereas I'm a bit more like, well, hang on.
It's because of that time limit. You know, I want to get moving because the time limit is the main thing you need to be like wary of. Items will appear. Oh no. Thank you.
Oh shit, I thought that was it there.
The most mobile class in the game, and you still fall off. Oh my god, that was risky.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? That was a bit risky, actually. I had a breath holder, holding the breath there for a minute. Legendary, way 4-leaf clover. Luck is on my side. 57-leaf clover. All right, fine.
Our run is absolutely adorable.
I don't think I've ever had that.
It's pretty late on unlock. You've got to do quite a bit to actually get it to even appear in the loot pool. I'm going for the optional boss here, by the way.
The optional boss?
Yes. This level, and I think maybe 1 or 2 other levels have sort of like, you do certain things and an optional boss will appear. If this was Monsoon, I'd probably be a little bit more iffy, I would say, about going for it, but make a good time. I say that, and this guy just is going to come and wreck my day, isn't he?
They never give up, man. So relentless.
Ow! Rude. There was a chest up there, but I'm obviously not getting it now. That's another one.
So fragile. Literally like 2 hits could knock him.
I love that little boomerang thing, it's pretty cool.
The bow and arrow going on.
Yeah, that bow and arrow rebound thing is one of my favourite things about it, because if you've got that powered up, it can just literally one-shot everything in the air as well.
Okay. Attack speed plus that crit's going to be nice. Right, I'm looking for eggs, basically. With this being stage 4, I'm less concerned about the timer. What basically I like to do is get to stage 4 as quickly as possible. And why is this game just so like this run is just absolutely all about the fireworks?
It is, isn't it?
Oh yeah, turrets as well.
Yeah, you can get little turrets like that stationary one down there. It's just gonna sort of take some heat off me. There are ones that can follow you around and heal you and what have you. We got missiles, sweet.
They usually have the best items in those orange bits.
Yeah, missiles are... Alright, I need one more egg, and then this little boss is going to come up. One more egg.
The egg's always randomish.
Ish. You can sort of like gauge which areas they're going to spawn in. But you do have to sometimes do a bit of hunting. Chances are the fireworks have probably killed a couple of them for me. Because they just sort of target random. So maybe this is going to cause... Fireworks again, are you kidding? Alright.
How many stacks? 4 stacks in it. Jeez.
Yeah. It's a shame they're not very good.
You're almost going into very hard. Very intense.
Just in time for the boss. Get fireworks.
Ah, bleed
To be
happy
fair, they're doing the
days.
job, I guess.
Yeah, they're all right. X, perfect. Whirring grows loud. That should be the spawn. There he is.
I don't think you're gonna beat this.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Relentless.
Going on it very hard with your items. I
Just need to
play
give us some
tactical and wait for your crit to come back.
space.
So.
I just basically need to let that do the work. It's alright. Don't worry about it. It's no problem. Chris back in a sec.
Okay, maybe it happens. Yeah, that's why mobility is key as well. For certain bosses, you can just literally negate any sort of...
Yeah, like, if I was playing the engineer, I probably wouldn't be interested in doing this. But it is guaranteed legendary drop, so... Should have saved that, but never mind. Go on, get rid of these shields, son. No. Fuck you then.
Fuck you!
Come on. I would love a bit more of lead stacks going on, but work with what you've got, right? Die, thank you. Oh, ye of little faith. Where's my reward?
Didn't make it look easy though.
It wasn't. Cool. 2 charges of utility, that's just sweet. That's 6 teleports, that's 5, sorry. Alright, let's get Boogie in.
2.
Let's get Boogie.
Yeah, we got 2 of
You
these
don't really
guys.
watch out for is the
Oh,
massive...
there's 2, so they don't share health.
No. That bar at the very top, like top middle there, is shared between them. But they've
That's
got,
what I meant.
yeah, they have got an individual health pool.
Ah, right.
These guys aren't too big a deal. They are early on, in my opinion. They're probably the boss I struggle with most early game. But with a few business end items, you're going to be falling off the stage instead of avoiding an ability. I'd really like for one of them to be killed. Is this going to
Yeah,
save
these
my
situations
life?
you always-
Yes. Sure.
You always want to take one out first, innit?
Golden rule. Why fight 2 when 1 does the trick?
Yeah.
You'd be a true pro, take them both out simultaneously.
Well, that's not
Or
what we're here
cool.
for, is it? I think we've established that that's definitely not me. Ah.
That's
That
just what I
ability
know.
was
Makes it more difficult for no reason whatsoever.
style bonus,
I don't get a medal for it.
respect of your peers.
Respect. Sitting at home on your own. Yay, go me.
That's it. This guy has got mad respect bonus for that.
Exactly. You can see all the items on your character as well, can't you? Was that
Yeah,
a thing?
every single item just literally gets like shoved onto your character's body, so you get pretty decorated. Those turrets maintained throughout levels as well, probably. And that rock just went right into my skull there, didn't it? That was good.
It did.
I thought that was a money box, but it's not. So this level gives you the option of going for the final boss or looping round. I am gonna loop.
Because why the hell
That's one of
not?
my favorite levels, like especially for the huntress, because you just zip around.
Yeah,
in
this
such an
level
open space.
can either be incredibly annoying to navigate or just really straightforward, depending on which character you are, which items you have, you know, which is sort of the point of this whole game, I guess. Eat fireworks, mate. There you go. You just got popped. How about that?
Okay.
Right, so I'm looking for a big teleporter. And I have activated 2 bosses with the Trial of the Mountain. So I'm either going to die horribly, or it's going to be a great success, and I'm going to get 2 items from the bosses rather than 1. But we'll see. You probably saw in that last stage as well, I was a little bit less strict about staying on the teleporter to fight the bosses. This guy has to go.
Where does that underground secret teleporter take you to again?
That's where you activate the artifacts. The artifacts, like you've got to like do a puzzle to access the artifact area. I'm not going to show it.
Yeah.
We could always come back to this if need be, but wow, what happened to him? Oh my goodness. The one thing on this level I will say is that sometimes the teleporter is just buried somewhere really daft, so it can be quite a nuisance to find, which is proving to be the case right now. Oh, cool. Sunglasses, way.
What sunglasses do? Sounds like critically strike. Doing double damage.
Yeah.
Pretty good with the thingy item you've got, to be fair.
That's what I'm after as well. I'm not going to do that because I don't need it. I just want to find the portal.
It's funny the first time playing through the game though, and you just don't know what things do, and you're like, yeah, I'll do that, and then you just get absolutely rigged.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very much a sort of, because progress doesn't carry over through runs, like, every run is its own thing, but the one thing that does carry over between runs is item unlocks and things. So like on your very first run of this, you're going to have access to maybe 1/10 of what I've got access to on this run I'm doing right now. But again, like, just because something's unlocked doesn't mean it's going to show up.
That busting fungus is one of the engineer things where you literally just plant your turret down, it gives you health, and you stand still, and you're just literally nearly unkillable.
Yeah, it makes your turrets just free health, doesn't it?
Just stand still.
You probably see there's a couple of items I've got stacks of as well. I've got 2 sunglasses now. The more of the same item you've got, the more potent its effect is. So
your ability is going to be lit out.
I've actually got some decent damage going on now, which is nice. I cannot see it for love nor money, and it's really annoying.
Do a formation of
I want to scrap that.
Surprised you don't want to scrap any fireworks.
I've got enough of them now that they're actually doing some work, so it's fine. What I really want is to be able to craft some more bleeds. Bleeds are ridiculously powerful because they can just keep stacking and stacking and stacking. And I think you need 7 or 8 of this item here, the Tri-Tip Dagger. 7 of those gives like every tack pretty much 100% bleed chance. So you can just absolutely go wild on bleeds. They're really good with commando. This the music on this stage is such an like it's full on. It's Mr. isn't it? Like, you know, proper like some serious ballading going on.
I thought it was like a sci-fi version of Dynasty Warriors soundtracks. They have the cheesy guitar solos in Dynasty Warriors.
Oh,
like that.
Full on butt rock going on. I actually really like the soundtrack to this game. It's one of the you know, like after like certain roguelikes you'll play them for a while and then after a bit you'll just kind of like knock the music off and listen to your own music while you're playing through them. But
yeah,
this game I will always listen
to.
I'll always listen to the music in this game because it's brilliant. It fits it so well. Not as well as Finding the Teleport fits it though.
It feels like you're just going in circles. Like
I pretty much am. It is a nightmare to find on this level.
There's loads of items on this map.
That does sort of like
Luckily.
make up for it. Yeah, it's going to be in like some really random place. Of course it is. It's going to be in a random place. That's the point. But somewhere just I've never seen it before.
Oh, I've just noticed you're on impossible difficulty. What happens after that?
It goes to ICU difficulty, and eventually the difficulty will just become So
Brilliant.
it's the difficulty will never ever stop going up.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So they've got all
There
these
it is.
Different.
Yeah, you'll start off with your bog standard descriptions and difficulty that you would see in a video game. You know,
And then it goes to different stuff.
as soon as we get past impossible, it's going to go to I see you, I'm coming for you, so on and so forth. So I've just realised I've actually
Here's the question. Oh, excuse me. I just yawned. What's the highest one you've seen?
It'll. Oh no. Ha 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 is what it ends on. We'll never get higher than that, but it will still progress as if it is. But at that point, basically, like the game is just laughing at you.
Right.
Some mad damage going on now, eh?
That
I don't even know what.
That was activating my item with 2 horns, plus a combination of everything else going on. So like now the items are starting to do work, on condition that I hit M3 and activate the critical hit guarantee. But yeah, that was just.
That ended up being the best choice you made. That random thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. That.
That was a pretty fast boss kill, like.
In fact,
this is the time.
Yeah, you've actually saved this run, I would say, by making me choose the random item from that box that gave me this critical chance. So thanks. Good job.
Yeah, this is the part of the game though where if you die, you're just a bit gutted because you're like, obviously we spent nearly half an hour on the run now, and you've got all these items built up, and then it could just end so quickly because you're so vulnerable. But you like playing that more kind of glass cannon build, don't you?
Yeah.
On the survive.
Yeah, give me mobility, and if I get hit, it's like, okay, if I get hit, and I keep getting hit, then yeah, I'd rather die because I made a mistake rather than just tank damage and then, you know.
Yeah, it depends on the character you play and like as well.
100%.
Yeah.
So, the loop has begun. That's 5 stages done. Stage 6 is either going to be Titanic Plains or the one I never remember the name of. So, Titanic Plains, we're back here. Did we start here this run? I think we did, didn't we?
No, I don't think you did.
No, we started a different character on this area.
Ah, that'd be why I'm getting
The engineer started,
yeah.
They're annoying as well. So much
So
help.
this is what's considered of being the second playthrough.
No, it's still the same playthrough. All I've done is just loop the stages round. So it's basically I guess in some ways, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know it's not in a literal sense, but it's kind of like you're repeating the stages, like a New Game Plus sort of situation, but for a roguelike.
Yeah, that's not a bad way of putting it, actually. He just went bang, and that was well good. That I like that. We're gonna start seeing like a lot more elite enemies, and just things are just gonna continue to ramp.
What does your mouse 4 button do? Because it's your zip. It just comes off cooldown so quick. I've never seen it off 5.
What the hell is M1, M2, M4, etc.?
Mouse button 1, mouse button 2, 4.
Oh, right.
Look at this guy.
With not being a PC gamer.
Just immediately immediate sort of we can tell this guy doesn't play on PC.
I would have been looking at the keyboard going, where the fuck's M4?
Brutal.
So the last teleport took you about a good 9 minutes. This one took just under 2. Yeah, these bosses are just melting now. That item is so good against the bosses, holy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
I think the glorious thing about this game is, obviously, the characters you like are based on your playstyle, but at the same time, even if you're not too fond of the engineer, it's still got some mad hidden build if you just explore enough with it, where it just becomes one of the most overpowered things to play.
Yeah, like, I imagine for so many people that like this game, part of the fun is sort of using the artifact that lets you choose your loot, and I actually really love it, like, coming up with just a ridiculous build. It's, there is a modifier that lets you sort of remove the random chance of finding the loot that you want and letting you pick exactly what item you want per drop.
Damn.
So
that was a thing.
Yeah, you can really, like, if you use that artifact, you can absolutely, like, go for an exact build rather than rely on random chance.
I knew you'd do well with the Huntress, that's why I thought, yeah, maybe pick that.
To be fair, this is just on rain difficulty rather than monsoon, so...
Yes. True. I think I just prefer this difficulty, just because I like to obviously progress with the items, and monsoon just gets... I don't know, it just feels obviously if you don't get the good RNG with the items early on, it is just really a bit too tough to progress.
Absolutely valid, yeah. I mean, it's not for everyone. We're going to see some serious elites now, though.
Basically, what Josh is saying is not for the weak-hearted, Sam.
Free. I don't mind it every now and then, but look, oh my god.
What?
One shot now, and you are pretty much a goner.
Only one touch it there.
Good thing I've got some health going on. Oh, happy days for the daisy. MVP item right there.
Pretty much perfect timing as well to get. There must be 2 of these, yeah. Is there 3 of them?
I think there's 3 actually, yeah. Yeah, there's 3. Third one's just behind it.
The trick comes off cooldown first.
Oh, what? Do the bosses ever change, like, different? Or are you just fighting the same sort of boss you did the first time around?
They can change. The bosses are tied to level, I believe.
Right.
So
there's not that many different kinds.
There are quite a few. But like you sometimes like a run you might just see the same ones repeatedly. The most annoying ones in my opinion were the magma worms, which just got absolutely melted before. I mean, I'm getting to a point now where I barely even need the crit item anymore, so that's pretty good. Ah, yeah.
Yeah, there's an icy map as well. I might got a different boss. Just thinking.
Yes.
Would have been interesting to run the last boss actually.
Well, I can always come back to play this and, you know, do a last boss run. We're almost at the end of this run. All I've got to do is make it through this level, the Scorched Acres. If I make it through this run will be complete. So, I've clearly jinxed it.
Have to face off the... yeah, probably. So next time you're going to face off with the final boss. So
No.
how is this?
Oh, sorry, go on. I understand your question.
So how does this one finish? This one's the exfiltrate version, is it?
Obliterate.
Obliterate, sorry.
Yeah. I'm gonna basically delete this character from existence.
Wow.
Oh, this guy is. Not today, bitch. I hate those with a passion. Normally, I run into one of those and I die. Movement speed's getting to be pretty tight now, isn't it?
You carried his feet.
Look at her go! Look at her! She's on fire. Sonic the Hedgehog got nothing on Huntress.
She's a proper tap dancer, isn't she?
He's got some Michael Flatley going on here. Like. I think I'll, if we do revisit this game in future, I might have to get some more practice in and do a proper monsoon run.
Yeah, it'd be good fun.
As I say, it's just
Probably
been a fair little while since I got murdered. Oh goodness. How did I survive that? I was getting really greedy for that chest there. That's what happened. Alright, let's go, boss. Lead.
I've just noticed the ha.
Huge Strider. Here we go.
I hate the Doom Strider.
They are the worst.
Fucking teapot's coming down on you, Jesus.
It's no joke. The British are coming. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 3 of them. Alright, switch. The joy of lots of movement speed means I can just make a lot of space for myself.
Yeah.
And they would all go down together. Crit, let's go. Whoa-hey!
Hey.
Eat it.
Not bad.
Good run. Devastating if that thing killed you just then.
Happens.
Now.
I've gotten to, especially on like Monsoon, there are so many runs that I've gotten to this point on, and that's been it. You know, like one just poor movement or just one single hit and that's it. You get blasted off the map to oblivion. It's not the best.
Like, just the way your characters are moving around and stuff at the minute. Like, a hacker in a game. Like, imagine, like, playing Call of Duty and you just see this thing zipping around, just one-shotting everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
Just got the hardest boss in the game for me to deal with now. Platforming.
What's that? Oh, is that not it? So what's this?
This is the fight. This is the grand finale. All I gotta do is make it over here and just completely skip all of that because the Huntress. There, platforming. Nah, I'm all right, thanks. Obliterate yourself from existence. Are you sure? Yes. that is Risk of Rain 2.
Good run.
Aye. Why would
Considering
you
the thought
obliterate yourself? Why would you do that?
It's just,
Don't get it.
I think you get rewards, don't you?
yeah, it's
Unlocks.
yeah. So if this was Monsoon difficulty and you obliterated, you would unlock a new skin for the character. So
Oh, that's cool.
switch back to the menu just to show you what I mean. So the default skin for Huntress is this nice red one. It actually makes it go faster with it being red. If you obliterate on Monsoon, you get the Arctic one.
Even faster.
Yeah. So that's the same for every single character.
Yeah.
There are a few I've not done it on. Obviously, I've not done it with Bandits. Haven't done it with Engineer. No, can't say I have actually. But you can see here as well. I'll use the Engineer because it's a good example. You know, when I said that you can alter the loadout, so you'll start with sort of all of these unlocked, and then you've got to do certain things with the character to unlock their extra abilities. So
You have to do anything special for him, for Bandit.
no, he was a free update to the game, so he was.
Oh, nice. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to get the update. I
yeah.
haven't played it in a while, like, but you've made me actually want to play it again now.
Honestly, it's a brilliant game. Just before we
huge.
call it a day, I'll show you the sort of lore items as well. Every item in the game, this will sort of tell you what it does, as well as give you a little bit of information on it. So if we look at the sunglasses here, your attacks have a 10% plus 10% per stack to critically strike, dealing double damage. At one point, I had 15 of them going on. So 150% critical strike chance, which is a little bit of overkill, but whatever.
Yeah.
And you just get a nice little bit of a lore entry as well. As you can see, I've played this for nigh on 100 hours. I still haven't unlocked everything. These are still items that I'm yet to find. There's quite a few more of them. Didn't even get into these blue items today.
Oh yeah, I even forgot about them.
Yeah. And then you can see here as well, 100 hours in, and I still haven't unlocked all of the log entries for monsters either. Same goes for environments. You know, quite a few there. Oh, this is the Hidden Realm one. This is, I think Sam mentioned it. You do like a puzzle and you go to the Hidden Realm. And even the survivors, there's just, there's all different types of things that you can unlock. As you can see, these are the only survivors I've actually beaten the game with. Rex, Multi, Huntress, Commando, and Captain. My white whale in this game actually is completing Monsoon with poor old Artificer here. I love this character, and I get to pretty much where we got to with Huntress there on Monsoon difficulty and just get rinsed by like the final stage. It's one day Artificer, your second skin will be mine.
We'll get some practice in, and that's what we'll do next session.
I don't know. No, it's not my turn to play next session actually. But yeah, that's Risk of Rain 2 for you. I hope you enjoyed it.
Certainly did.
You may want to download it again.
See, that's what we're all about. That's what we're all about. Got to see me die a few times. Got to see a full run on Rainfall. Is it called Downpour? Rainfall? What's it actually called? Rainstorm.
Ah, yes.
And then there's Drizzle as well.
Oh, Drizzle. I'd play Drizzle.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's a good way to just get familiar with the game, to be honest.
Yeah.
Knowing what things do and what items do, because it gives you that bit of time to actually read what you've just picked up.
Yeah, these are the modifiers you can have as well. There's so many different ways to customize a run. You've got to unlock these, but there are some pretty useful ones in here. Which one's the one? The one is command. Choose your items. That completely changes the way this is played. Just a single artifact. Choose your items instead of relying on random chance. Bang. Gameplay is completely different.
That's clever.
Or you could just randomize which ones are on. All sorts. But yeah.
Okay.
I think it's out on Switch. So
I think it's out on the console, actually.
Yeah,
No.
I know it's out on Switch. I think it's out on Switch, I should say. So grab hold of it. But yeah, that's Risk of Rain, baby.
I might. For Switch, I might. Good shout.
Well, there you go. Inaugural episode recorded.
Beautiful.
Any last words?
No,
Yeah,
I think I've got it all out.
All right. Well, if you've been here to watch me fail catastrophically at risk of Rain 2, thank you very much for doing so, and we'll see you all next time.
Indeed. Bye.